Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, the internet has many benefits, but a big drawback. It's made it much easier for criminals to access and steal your important information. And even a strong password isn't enough to stop them. Here to share what they can do to help, or what he can do to help, we welcome the author of Spies, Lies, and Cybercrimes, cybersecurity expert, Eric O'Neill. Eric, great to have you. I have to let everyone. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you because I was so excited to talk about this. But you were in the FBI and you're credited with capturing the U.S. cyber spy, Robert Hansen, who was selling secrets to the Russians.
That's right. Hansen was one of our most damaging spy, if not the most damaging spy. And for 22 years of his 25-year career in the FBI, he gave secrets to not just the Russians, but the Soviet Union and then the Russian Federation. That's how long he was a spy.
Oh, my gosh, that's incredible. Well, congrats on that. And thank you for your work. It's appreciated. Let's talk about how big an issue cybercrime is and who it affects, because usually we think of cybercrime, we think of big businesses.
That's right, but cyber criminals don't really distinguish. Of course, there are big game hunters, cybercrime syndicates that go after big businesses. But the game here is that they go after whoever is vulnerable. So they're coming after you and me.
And in what are they looking for? They're looking for money? They're looking for?
All of the above. They're looking to steal money from you. Obviously, money drives cybercrime. They're criminals. They want to fund themselves.
Sure.
They're trying to steal identities. They're incredibly valuable for sale on the dark web. And they want to use you as a way to attack all of your friends and family and coworkers, because if the message seems to come from you, they're more likely to trust.
Oh, for sure. So what are the most common cyber crimes you've seen or we're experiencing right now?
Well, right now, a lot of what I've been talking about is back to school cyber crimes, believe it or not.
What?
Cyber criminals use every opportunity they can to deceive us into scams, and back to school scams are a big thing right now. You might see an advertisement or a web page for the perfect backpack plus notebooks and whole back to school set of supplies, but it's completely fake. They're also selling Chromebooks and laptops and iPads that now students are using in school, and these amazing offers, 50% off for a brand new Chromebook, except for when you get it, it's a piece of junk, or you never get anything at all and your money disappears.
Oh,
so the lesson here is, if it looks too good to be true,
it is.
It's probably not true.
Yeah. And is AI also changing things too?
AI has totally changed the game. As much as it helps us, it helps the cyber criminals. They can scale their operations. They can write these spear phishing emails, these emails that trick us into clicking a link or opening an attachment and load malware on our computers. It's perfect grammar, spelling, logos. AI is helping them code new novel malicious software, and they're using AI to clone our voice and our face, so that they're using AI to fool us. You might hear a family member telling you, I need money, I'm on vacation, and it's completely fake.
Yeah, I mean, so many, especially older people, are getting conned by these, thinking that their grandchild is being held somewhere.
Exactly. So what cyber criminals will do is use social media to clone the voice of a family member, and they try to do it. They're using reconnaissance. They're looking at social media. They're doing it when that grandchild is on vacation and not available, or at school or on a plane. And then they use it against the grandparent and say, hey, I've gotten lost on vacation. Someone stole my wallet. Can you please wire me $1,000?
Wow.
That money's gone.
Okay, let's talk about what we can do. And you have a method called PAID.
I do. It's in my new book, Spies, Lies, and Cybercrime, and it's PAID: prepare, assess, investigate, and decide. 4 easy steps. We prepare ahead of the cyber attacks. That means we're aware, we're thinking, we're looking for the scams. We assess when we see a problem. So when you receive that email that says, buy this laptop for 50%, you're assessing it and saying, maybe this isn't too good to be true. And then you investigate. You look at who's selling it. Do they have reviews? Do they have a legitimate website? And then finally, you decide to act. You say, okay, this is a scam. I'm deleting the email and I'm not getting calm today.
The investigate is interesting too, because even when you investigate something that looks too good to be true, you might get yourself in trouble.
Well, you have to be careful, and you don't want to click on the wrong thing. You don't want to open the wrong thing.
Right.
But there are tools that will help you investigate. For example, when you see a link to something, if it's a shortened link in an email, don't click it. Look to make sure that that link in that URL, the web address, is an actual company. They haven't cheated you. So for example, back to school scam. It might, it looks like it comes from the big box store Target, but instead it's Target dot, special, right? And it's been registered by bad guys, and you think, oh, it's Target, because you haven't looked carefully, you haven't investigated, and you go to that site, you add your name, address, your credit card information, and now they've just stolen all of that.
You mentioned when we talk about AI and how they can replicate faces, I know that AI is being used in crimes like love crimes, getting people to believe that someone's in love with them online.
Yeah, romance fraud was a massive crime during the pandemic, and it's still growing. What they do is they use social media, and they can use fake pictures, AI-generated pictures, which makes it harder for you to detect it with a reverse image lookup. And even videos where they'll FaceTime you using an AI avatar, and you fall in love with this person that you've never met. And what happens in the scam is eventually that person that you've created this bond with online says, I just need $1,000 because I got hurt in an accident and I can't pay the hospital bills, or I want to come visit you, but I'm having some money problems and I need money for the plane ticket. And once you send that money, it's gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so many things out there. But I like your approach to it. Paid. Prepare, assess, investigate, and decide. We want to tell everyone you have to check out the book Spies, Lies, and Cybercrimes. Eric O'Neill, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Helen. I appreciate the time with you today.
You bet. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.